make another eagle. Why? Because we got our last eagle we had. He sold. He's sitting over there getting picked up Monday. So we got to chainsaw carve another eagle. And eagles are cool. Eagles are one thing that people love eagles. Bald eagle is a symbol of the United States, and it's a very nice wild animal God created, and it's really, really cool. Anyway, hang out with us while we chainsaw carve this piece of white pine into a bald eagle. That is the plan. Won't get painted today, but he'll at least get carved. At least he'll get chainsaw carved. All right, let's get turned into it. Let's see how that looks real quick. So looking good, looking good, looking good. All right, heck yeah. All right, let's do it. I think it looks like an eagle already. I mean, it still looks like a piece of wood, but it kind of looks like an eagle. Think? I think this 20-inch bar is kind of overkill, isn't it? I don't know. Anyway, help me out. Hit the like button. Appreciate you guys being here. We'll kind of rough this dude down a little bit, see what we got. eagle already. Of course, I'm biased. Anyway, I appreciate y'all being here. Help me out. Hit the like button. What are we up to? Only 7? Oh, man. Come on, give us some more. I gotta fix that, don't I? There we go. Now you'll have that. Good times, good times. Anyway, hit that like button. Appreciate you guys. I start to bring the head out a little bit at a time. Got lots of big chunks in the way now. All right, I'm not doing too good. I'm not doing too bad. I'm somewhere in the middle. I was trying to win a machine on an auction today, and that didn't work out, but I was having fun doing it. Anyway, hit the like if you would. Hey, Thunder Gals, baby kisses. What's going on, Heidi? Hey, heck yeah. pretty good time with it. I don't know about you guys. Heck yeah. Give her that thumbs up. What are we up to? 26. Heck yeah. We'll take more. We'll take all you guys can give us. Hey, TD Knives in the tree, fella. Glad to see you guys. All right, let's keep working this dude over. Like that beak ought to be just a little bit longer. Let's stick back in there and get it. Bulky beak, but look, at least it's one that probably won't crack. I mean, there's no saying. Not sure. Hey, how's it going? Glad to see you. Hey, TD Knives, baby kisses. Hey, Woodlot, what's going on, buddy? Heck yeah, glad to see you guys in there. All right, let's dig some wings out now. like Hulk Hogan. Let me show you what I'm talking about. There we go. Again, a little different view on him right there. Heck yeah. All right. As long as I don't hit the camera. Probably a little too much boobage. I'll cut that down just a little bit, thin it out. What do you guys think? Hey, hit the like. I appreciate you guys being here. Hi, Betty Crawford. Hey, Barney Cat. Glad to see you. Hi, Sri Ram. Hi. All right, let's do it. Let me establish right now that there's a crack there and his feet are going to be right here, just so I get his leg. His feet are going to be kind of apart. They'll be right here. And I'll put the legs apart so he looks like he's got like a boss stance. I thought that'd be pretty cool. Anyway, let's see what we got. 54 likes. Heck yeah, be sure and hit the like button. I appreciate you guys. Hi, Diego Torres and Muhammad Yagi. How's it going? All right, let's get her done. that camera a little bit, you get an idea. It kind of dug out his leg, you know, leg versus the wing. And now we're going to start kind of cleaning the wing up, bringing the wing out a little bit. And I got to do the same thing down the side. So in a minute, we'll get there. I'll turn him around, or I'll put the camera back there, kind of where you can see the wings come to life. I'm gonna shape them out now. But anyway, hey, 836 and 77. I appreciate you guys watching. Hi, Carlos. How's it going? Dial up. Heck yeah, I hear you. All right. Hi, Wilson. All right, let's get with it. We'll get these wings going. And it's gonna be like a layer here, another layer under it, and then the tail. Okay, that's the plan. His name, he remind me of that movie with Tom Hanks, you know, where he's on the island and he made a friend out of a soccer ball. Wilson! pretty good. I'm having fun with it. A little bit at a time. Put her over there. Whatever I'm doing. Let's see what we got here. 2,281 people watching and 102 likes. Yeah, I appreciate that. Hi, Terry. Carlos, what's up? Dial up. What do we got? Hung and Nigel. Hi, how you going? How's it going, buddy? All right, we'll get her done. I got to put some fuel in this baby and put some fuel, put some oil. Get them all happy. Happy, joy for the saw, you know. I wore it out. I usually, to do an eagle, because I'm slow, I haven't done a lot of eagles. I got to take this mask off because it starts to fog me up. And I can only wear it so long anyway. But anyway, I've only done so many eagles. So I'm kind of slow. And sometimes I take my time, I still screw it up. Sometimes I get in a hurry, I screw it up. Sometimes I just screw it up. Just like that right there. You think the EPA is going to shut me down? Man, can you believe all the fuel he spilled? Yeah. Yeah, and also, if you didn't notice, I like to talk fast. And the reason I like to talk fast is so the Russians don't know what I'm saying. If that makes any sense. Of course it doesn't make any sense. It makes sense to me, though. What are you trying to hide from the Russians for? I don't know. Yeah. That's a loaded question and a half. Heck yeah. All right. Back to the birdie. Tweeter. Tweet. You hear him? He's tweeting. All right. Anyway, hit the like if you haven't already, and we'll keep going. Guitarist, if y'all seen that guitarist that, like, you know, he gets out of control, the song doesn't play like it's supposed to or whatever, and he just gets mad, he just starts cussing and throwing everything. I should become like that guy. That would be fun. That guy, if you know who I'm talking about, he's trying to play really complicated stuff, and he might get some little aspect of the picking wrong, and I mean, he just goes off, cusses up a storm, flips out, kills his cat, all that. It's pretty rough. I need that big saw for this here. We're going to dig the tail out. Dug that side out, but at least I got that part of it. We're getting our tail established. So let's get it established here too. We'll cut it in flat. it's going to look like. I know one thing about it. So this chain here is not like your typical, I don't know if you can even see it because I got the stupid camera facing the wrong way, but it's not like your typical safety chain. All this chain has is tooth and a raker, and that's it. Another tooth raker, another tooth raker. This is just like carving chain. Now, buddy, let me tell you, that stuff will cut, and then cut it again. Heck yeah. All right. Something now other than a dolphin with a pointy beak. You know, it's kind of starting to look like a birdie. Little tweet birdie. Nah, it's not a tweet birdie, is it? Heck yeah. All right, guys. Hey, hit the like. We appreciate y'all being here. Hey, Mal and Bob, what's going on? Let's see. Say Edmund. I think that's what that says. I don't know. I can't read them all, but heck yeah. Glad to see you guys in there. For sure. Be sure to hit the like, man. Appreciate y'all being here. Let's dig the back of the wings out. I guess I'll tell you what, to do that, let me move you guys over here. So I got a tripod, and I've always used a dolly with a little cradle in it. And this is so much nicer. I can't even... I mean, of course, I got to make the fold down here in the wing and all that, but digging that head out, that worked really nice. It looks nice. It smells nice. It smells really nice. It's nice, wet. In case of this one, too, it'll be a while before I can finish it because this tree literally has came down in the last month. So I really couldn't do anything. It's going to have to dry for several months. Silly, but as much as these here are well liked, you know, and everybody likes eagles and stuff, I'd rather carve a duck. I've never carved like a 3D duck before, so I'm kind of looking forward to doing that. Anyway, help me out, folks. 195 likes. I'd like to hit 300. And if you had a heart at all, you'd help me do it. Okay, let's do it. Out this side to match that side. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's just gonna look cute. That's all anybody really cares. Or in case of an eagle, it's gotta look like it can swoop down, grab the neighbor's cat by the neck, shake that sucker, and kill it. That's what it's gonna look like if it's an eagle. But my wife's got a rabbit, and I'm telling you, I just wish a bald eagle would fly through the window and grab that rabbit and take it out and eat it. Eat it in the front lawn. I don't care. I can bring you some ketchup to go with it. I got this where I cut that up in there, and I've been digging that out, and it's kind of weird. It's not as bad on this side as it is this side, but I got to even that out. So before I do anything else, I think I want to clean it up. like to do is cut this log down some more. Now, like I said, it's wet, so it's gonna have to sit for a while. And what I think I'll do is I'll just leave a bark on it for now, let it fall off naturally, because it's gonna be 2 or 3 months down the road before I get the actually like color it or anything, you know. Let's see what we got here. Heck yeah, Tampa, appreciate that, my man. Hey Matthew, how you doing? Bill that shoemate, baby kisses, what's up? Let's see, that's Fish Gene. Hi Fish Gene, Turkish ethnic language. Heck yeah, man. All right, Tampa. Heck yeah, man. Appreciate the medals too, man. That's really, really cool. Okay, let's do it. Let's dig. He needs like maybe I get you more of a. Oh, here I'll flip him around. He needs more of like the wing dug out in between the body and the wing on both sides. So I'll start doing that now. Uh-oh, it's still off. I'll tell you what though, when I looked at him, I probably should have looked at him a little closer. Look how the wonk and the difference of the wings there. I gotta fix that. And it's like he's got a layer of fat down here, you know, and he's lean there. You know, I don't know, maybe he's carrying a pistola up under there. I don't know. But what I know is, you know, we gotta check him because you're not allowed to carry any weapons in here. So let's get that off. Getting better. Getting a little closer. A little closer. Still like a big old pocket of fat right there. We got too bad, not too good, but it's time to give him some wing detail. I'll tell you what, I'm going to clean the head up a little bit more. We'll take some of this face out right here, which brings the beak out. This kind of makes it look a little more natural. But we'll take that out, a little bit of that out, and clean it up. And then I'm going to start drawing the wings in. Pretty good back depth in there, you know, not too bad, not too good. He's kind of cool. Let me give you a side view. We'll go over here and look at the side. Hey, 305, and hey, Heidi, that's Heidi. She gave me Thunder Gouge. She gave me $10, man. That's awesome, 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 awesome. Oh, I tell you, you're awesome. You and Baby Kisses, you guys are awesome. Heck yeah, and Lori Keller, she's awesome too. Heck yeah, there we go. We got him kind of dug out. Heck yeah. Hey, Baby Kisses. What do you know? Hi, Joaquin. What's going on? Woodlot. Heck yeah. So Rab, I think that's what it is. All right. Heck yeah. All right. What do we say here? Heck yeah. All right. Okay. All right. Let's dig him out some more. A little flatness on the top of the head, and you want to know why. Where else are you going to set your beer? You know what I'm saying? You got to have a spot to set your beer. It's just the way it is. Let's do some wing detail. I'm going to start with the back feather, the tail feathers, because it's the easiest. I'll just be honest with you. It's the easiest. And no, let's knock some easy stuff out first. A little bit of time, you know what I mean? Can't blame me, you know? Hey, 329 likes. That's really, really awesome. I appreciate you guys. There's a knot right there. That makes it a little harder, but we'll work with it. You know, and I'll pull lines through to make that look like feathers. You know, I'll do that with the real small cuts off burr, you know. But that said, so we're going to do the wing detail. The wing detail is a little more difficult because you got wings, you got a package of feathers going this way and a package of feathers going that way, and then you got your long feathers, and you got to get all that worked out. Plus there's a stack of feathers that sits on the top. So let's make it work. I'll have to carve it out a little bit at a time. I'm taking, we'll move him here and give me some room to work, and we'll figure it out. Anyway, 352 likes, man. Wow, that's good. We've been hitting 300 a lot here lately, but not no 352. That's really, really awesome. Hey, Raja Bende Gohana, one of my favorite wood turners. Guys, check Raja Bende Gohana. I really like him. He is very enjoyable. He makes really cool stuff himself. Really awesome guy. Okay. I'm not out of fuel. I'm out of fuel. Put some fuel in this baby. Keep on going. I got my Neotech. I stripped the adjuster screw out, and so I got to deal with that. That's why it's not here. And I got a John cutter over here, and I got electric with the 10-inch carbon bar on it. But I don't know. I just really like it still. I like that Neotech. And if my two choice of saws that I got, it'd probably actually be the Neotech first, and then the Stihl. But the Neotech has a little more power, honestly, to push that 10-inch carbon bar than this Stihl does. So I like it more, but it's a little louder. It's actually lighter. But I don't know. It just, it's Chinese, and so I have more problems with it. And I'll tell you, I don't care. For the money though, it was well worth it. I really enjoy that Neotech. I really do. All right, let's turn this guy around some. Let's see right there. Yeah, for the money I paid for him, I love it. Okay. All right, and these go all the way across the back. All right. Look natural, kind of, sort of, maybe a little bit. I don't know. I think it looks pretty good. Heck yeah, 374 likes, baby. Kisses, Barbara. Hi, how you doing? Glad to see you in there. Woodlot, old buddy, glad to see you as well. All right, let's get her. feathers in those little places we've made here and go from there. And I'll show you what I base my feathers off of. So I've got a carving up here, and I look at that carving. Whoa, not the truck, carving. Okay, all right, here we go. Anyway, so I look at this here, and like in this case, it had 3 layers, and I guess mine does have 3 layers. So I did do it right, but I look at that bird, and I try to remember based on that bird, and that's kind of my model for eagles, because eagles is pretty tough, you know. But that said, hey, 381 likes. Hey, Shrub, what's going on? What's that say? I can't hardly read that. Raina? Hi, Raina. How you doing? Baby Kisses, my good friend. And Woodlock, my good friend. Glad to see you guys in there. Okay. All right. Let's give these guys feathers. So, the feathers on that, the detail is they go like this on this side, on these wings. And it's a little tricky to get that in there and you guys see it. I wonder if I take it and move it over here because I need room. Yeah, we'll do that. There we go. Not too bad. I'm loving this new tripod, man. This thing is awesome. Now these go the opposite direction. Now, this is like a cover wing. So they would go like this. And you could get real detailed and swoop them like a C, kind of like a half moon. And, you know, take your time into it. But I just put little lines there because I'll be honest with you, I don't really care. It looks pretty good just like it is, I think. I don't know. Should look. Those are like a covering wing, you know. Anyway, whatever. I don't know what you call it. I'm sure it has a name, but I'll bet it ain't late for dinner. How about that? Yeah. It's like they're not calling me that. All right, let's do this side. Make him look the same. One thing I noticed though, I've got too much shoulder right here. I guess it don't look bad because I mean he's not necessarily going to be perfectly symmetrical, but now I'm looking at this side and I can't afford to take some of that off So before I get too carried away, I probably ought to do that. And I'll tell you what, I'm just looking, and the lighting is not the best. It's kind of like a shadow in there. But it is what it is. I mean, you guys know. I mean, I can't get everything right. I can't get nothing right. Heck yeah! Hit that like button. Let's get the 400. Let's go. You ever wonder why people using chainsaws, it's not just chainsaw carvers, but just anybody using a chainsaw has to hit that throttle, you know, an extra time. You know what I'm talking about? That's because they're psychos. You're thinking about cutting up your dog, you know, something crazy like that, and it's boom, boom, boom. No, I'm just kidding. I know, just every time I think, man, I wonder what the wife's rabbit she's got under the cage that tastes like. I go, I'm just thinking about cutting that dude up. I don't know. Having some rabbit souffle, it'll be great. It'll be great. I swear it'll be great. It'll be awful, but it'll be great. Okay, let's give us heads and feathers. I just do like bear hair feathers. Hey, we're too shy of 400. That's really, really cool. I appreciate it. It's not very often that you recommend other people do the same thing we do. But that said, if you're in here and you have not checked out TM Custom Carvings, that's Tay Marie. Her name's Taylor. She's an awesome carver. She just started live streaming. She's really, 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 really good. Uh-oh. Hey, it looks nothing like an eagle. Hey, X-Jack, heck yeah. It looks more like a apartment. I agree. Anyway, check out TM Custom Carvings on YouTube. Tay Marie, she's really awesome. And now she's live streaming. Check her out. You guys enjoy her. Okay, hey, X-Jack, go over and check her out and see if hers do. Hey, Henry. See, Henry Riviera, X-Jack, he is wanting to buy the bird. You know what I mean? I couldn't talk to you about that, Henry, on a live stream. But if you emailed me, I'd tell you. And then it would just depend on where you are, if it was worth it. And there's all kinds of chainsaw carvers out there. But anyway, be sure to check that kid out. She's really great. She's a really good carver. She's a really sweet person, too. I've met her one time at the Chainsaw Carver Rendezvous in Ridgeway, Pennsylvania last year. Just genuine, sweet kid. Calling me a kid, you know? Well, I'm sure she ain't there, but if she was, why does he keep calling me a kid? Well, I mean, I am 50, you know what I mean? I'm over here carving a duck. I hope you guys like my duck. Heck yeah. Yeah, he's kind of an eagle duck, but he's an eagle duck. You know, quack, quack. Poor guy, he ain't even got the feet yet. Can you believe that? I guess I got time to make web feet for him, don't I? Chest feathers would be like that same kind of sea feather like I gave the wings, and I got this on 2 pieces of wood, and they're just kind of flopping around, but whatever. So let's give him some chest feathers. I know, that's his beak. That's his beak. It's not his chest, is it? Oh, well, you'll have that. How long have we been on here? Just now an hour. feathered. Only thing that he doesn't have for feathers is inside these wings. I like to give it a few lines. And I don't know if it's even worth it, but I'm going to do it. How about that? And then we're going to dig this guy some feet out. Give him some feet. Heck yeah. 423 likes. Who all we got in here? Let's say hi to some people. Baby kisses. Happy curmudgeon carving. Hello, Matthew. How's it going? Glad to see you. Hey, Michael. Hey, appreciate that, my man. Heck yeah, I like that peace sign. That's pretty cool, bud. All right. Digging this guy some feet out, and yeah, just looking for other little things. Like right here, I could take a little bit of that out of there. And I'll finish the beak with the flat disc, clean up under it, shape it, all that good stuff. I don't get too carried away and chip it off. But anyhow, I'm gonna start digging out 3 toes. It's gonna be a 3-toed parrot. No. All right, yeah, I'm just checking to see who else is in here. Heck yeah. Hey, Matthew, baby kisses. Welcome Michael in. Let him know what this crew's all about. A bunch of pretty good people, enjoyable to our tribe, the tribe that we happen to be in. Carvers, chainsaw carvers, Dremel carvers, woodworkers. I mean, there's a whole lot of us, and pretty good group. Some big old feet, and then they're kind of like they're out like this, you know, like he's grabbing on the ground, leaning forward, you know. I don't know. Anyway, if I can dig that other side out as good as I just dug that side out, I'm going to be really, really happy. But I might not, because I'm kind of done. Oh, I forgot X-Jack. I was supposed to give it deck feet. I don't know what I was thinking. Silly me. tell you what, they're a lot bigger. And just, I mean, it's just happenstance. And actually, when I'm looking at it, I needed to dive in there more and cut some of this off. But the 1 foot is already twice as big as the other one, just because that's the way that piece of wood was sitting. And now I'm going to plunge it back in there toward the leg a little better. It's going to be 3 times the size. And we're going to call him, I don't know, we'll call him Bigfoot because he only got 1 big foot. If there was a way to hold an eagle hostage and try to get information about Bigfoot out of it. I mean, after all, if there was a Bigfoot, if there's one bird that would know it, it'd be the eagle, right? Doing. So we cut them out. Now we're going to go down with them just a little bit and then try to give them like a little claw at the bottom, you know, and make him look cool, you know. Heck yeah, 440 likes. That's really, really cool. I think that's the most likes I've had, I think. I'm not sure. Anyway, I appreciate you guys being there. We'll keep right on going. I've been out a few already, but I am. But anyhow, I think I'll go to this little John cutter and use it to kind of, it's lighter anyway. Not that that one, I'll tell you, I'm not fatigued at all. I mean, an MS 170 is not bad. Hey, so I seen one of these. I want to say I paid 90 bucks for it. I've seen these as low as $50 or $59, something like that, on the internet. I was on an auction today, and I seen one of these little Chinese saws John cutter. Of course, this one's custom. It's got a carbon bar, quarter sprocket, and all that stuff. But just a standard John cutter go for $150. And I thought, man, I'll tell you, whoever bought that, they didn't do much research. That's for sure. All right, let's get it. Take more off this. You kind of even it up with that. I mean, it's kind of like on a hump anyway, but that don't mean it wouldn't be, in the natural world. So let me move this out of the way and I'll clean it up. But it's looking pretty good. I'm pretty happy with him. Heck yeah, 455 likes. Have been on almost 100 minutes. That's really cool. Now at this point, I'm just looking for anything else I can clean up. I can kind of plunge in there and kind of dig out from under that a little bit to bring it to life. And actually, all these inside the toes, I can thin them out a little bit. And this is a perfect saw for that. stance of this dude. I mean, he come out really well. I can't complain. Pretty happy. Clean up under that tail a little bit. All right. The only other thing I was thinking of is that I might cut some of this base off, but in the end, I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm gonna leave him like he is for the moment, and then I can do a little bit of mouth work. I can try it. Let's see what happens. Other than that, I mean, that bird's ready to dry. You know, we get some mouth work in there, and he'd be ready to dry. Let's see what we got up to. 463 likes. Heck yeah, that's awesome. Very, very, very. Let's see. Did it ever bite? Yeah, see, yeah, my first chainsaw carving. Heck yeah. In the wheelchair, yeah. Heck yeah. Baby Kisses makes some beautiful stuff. All right, let's do it. Check her out. Check out Baby Kisses' channel. She makes some, she doesn't want to have YouTube notoriety, but she deserves it. She makes really cool stuff. I don't think it'll do any good, but I'm gonna put the torch to him. He's so wet. That piece is so wet. I don't know that it'll do any good. But burn, burn, burn. It was fun to carve, I can tell you that. And I'll tell you what, I appreciate you guys' support too. And I look at some of those numbers going on as I'm doing this, I'm like, wow, I cannot believe how many people have nothing better to do but watch this dummy. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Bruce, how's it going, man? Just saying, you know, and I don't either. So it worked out great. Now this will help the surface dry a little faster, but all in all, this wood's going to have to wait again. seen something else I need to fix on the foot on the other side, and actually looks like this foot can use it too. Let me give my ears a break. I'm having them headphones on when I do it. Got some flaming stuff in there, ain't it? Let me clean up these 2 feet real quick. Straighten them out a little bit. And I think I'll show you guys the eagle I painted today. Yeah, my brain's not working. What am I after? Okay. Don't you hate that? It just sucks being dumb. I'll tell you, it's tough. All right. I remember now. All right, let me try to clean that up with a torch. Now, woohoo! Put them babies back off. I love this pro here. They're awesome. I can listen to music, but not when I'm live streaming. But anymore, I mean, if I'm out here, I'm live streaming. Or well, if I'm carving, if I'm chainsaw carving, I'm live streaming. Come on. Check him out. I'll take and walk this thing all around it. You guys can tell me what you think. 475 likes, man. Hey, Woodchucker, what's going on? Glad to see you in there. Heck yeah, check that thing out. Very, very happy. He's looking very, very nice. Trying not to trip over these pieces while I walk around him. Hey, he's not too bad. Not too bad. I mean, he's not too good, but he's not too bad, you know? I mean, it is what it is. Hey, I appreciate that, baby kisses. Heck yeah. Uh-oh. Is there somebody coming down the driveway? Nah, I think that's down the street. On the street that's across in the driveway. Hey, Perry. Appreciate that, my man. Heck yeah. Hi, Doug. How you doing? Appreciate that. Heck yeah. All right. Thanks, Woodchucker. Be sure to check out Woodchucker Caleb, man. He makes some cool stuff, and he's a pretty funny dude. Has a good time. Really, really like watching him, man. He's a funny character. And anyhow, so I have some other stuff I could do. I got some, let me put these saws up. I got cardinals that I'm trying to finish. And I just got to sand them, you know, do their beaks, call their moms bad names. I mean, it's awful. You know, I can't believe the abuse they're giving me. Man, I got a heck of a mess in here, I can tell you that. Oh, let's see. All right. You know one thing you never do? You never ask a woman how old they are. Okay, you know how I know that? It's just a guess, educated guess. You know what I mean? Heck yeah. Hey, 25 rubies too. Heck yeah, Raja Bendigo Hana. What's up, buddy? Heck yeah, check Raja out. I enjoy watching Raja. You get this oil out of the way, scrunch out of the way, get some things out. If you get the general gist, I had to get some stuff out of there. And I got 3 cardinals. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 baby mini bears that need finished. I wanted to get through all my cardinals and that I had, and I had one bear and like 3 owl pieces that needed finished. This is little stuff, and I got that shelf packed today, full of stuff up there. Everything that's in there I finished today, and I'm going to end up moving my gas tank and that blower out of there to fill that shelf up, because what's going to happen is I'm going to run out of room, which I'm okay with. I want to have a lot of inventory. You're not going to have a lot of inventory unless you do, right? Okay, well, let me get a mask on. And so with these, what I got to do is clean the beak up. This is all the stuff I carved over the last week. I was making all these cardinals and little bears, you know. Oh man, here we go. I need to get a splitter. I got a splitter over there somewhere. I don't remember what's that. It's just, you know what? I'm just gonna suffer through it. Unplug and plug, unplug and plug, and plug again. You know what I mean? Whatever. Mr. Eagle over here, he's gonna give me some insight. Tell me if I'm doing it wrong. Oh yeah, I think that dip is hit. Let's look at it. Yeah, she's pretty well hit. Let me go ahead and change it. What happens, they gum up. And you could still take that disc and use it with metal, and you wouldn't have any problem at all. But when you're trying to do wood, after a while they gum up. Especially if you tried to do that eagle, you'd use one disc on the eagle because he's so wet. Give him a couple months, and he would need up half a disc, or fill up half a disc, but he's got to dry. But, like I said, that was a month ago. They cut that tree down. Hit that. Trash can. Not a dumpster, a trash can. I don't make that much trash that I need a dumpster. I need this one. Yeah, I know. I should unplug it. Safety first, right? Okay. Hey, seriously though, today, when I was using this, somehow, I'm not sure what I did, but it caught on my hoodie. I see this big hole in my hoodie, which is an old hoodie anyway that I wear out here. But it sucked that thing up and cut a hole right through it and went right in my hoodie. Yeah, I thought it was pretty funny, honestly. It probably wasn't, but I thought so. I'm not sure it wasn't. It's funny if you're done. How about that? And I'm just cleaning this up. Nothing fancy. Not trying to make it look real nice. These dudes will get painted red and the bases will be clear. I just try to clear the bases up a little bit. If you stick around, I'll show you the painted eagle and the penguin we did today. The eagle needs a little black trim around the eye, and it'll be done. And the penguin's done. And I got a gnome up here that I got sold, but I got to paint it. They wanted it to look like scarlet and gray, like a buckeye. She wanted it painted like a buckeye. She wanted it to have a red hat and a gray cloak. I told her they had a cloak, and she said, "We'll make the cloak scarlet or gray." Um, and I run out of red, so I couldn't finish it. But I did get everything but the red, and then some black trim needs to be done yet. But it'll be done. But the moral of the story is I got to do some clear coating tomorrow. Ah, there's that guy. Put him on the shelf. I'll grab another one out. Heck yeah. Sorry, I ain't been funny today, but you know what? You can't always be funny. You can try. Hey, 484 likes. What the heck? Hey, John. Hi, Jenny. How you guys doing? Heck yeah. Glad to see you guys. I run out of shelves, so I guess I'm just going to have to sit them on the ground by the shelf for a minute. And then when I get done live streaming, I'll rearrange stuff so I can get it in there. I'm on the tall, a little bit taller cardinals, so I got two more of the cardinals that I got to sand. The beaks and the bases. Uh-oh. Yeah, I don't know where my splitter's at. There's one there, but it has all my cords plugged into it, and I'm not going to unplug that one. I'll just keep plugging and unplugging. Give it a mouth with some nose holes. Heck yeah. Hopefully our good buddy Creation Dust 777 will be back to live streaming soon. Not too good, right? You gotta be stupid or funny or something or whatever, you know what I mean? Heck yeah. One more cardinal to finish up. And then I don't know, it just kind of depends. 649. Heck yeah. Hey, how Fog Hat? What's going on, buddy? Appreciate that. All right, let's get one more out here to do it. One more cardinal, and I'm out of I've got all my cardinals ready for paint. Well, I got the big one. I got to do him. Or he's not big. It's not that he's big. He's on a bigger piece than the rest of these are. Uh-oh. Just plug it in, dum-dum. Hey, sure, dummy. That's a word. Okay. 3 years. It's been 3 or 4 years ago. We were on vacation down to Destin, and it was my wife's daughter, and my daughter's little friend, and I come up with the word "cha," And cha is like a duh, only it's cha. Cha, dummy. That is the last of the Cardinal army. Now I'll take you guys in there and show you the eagle we painted today and the cute little penguin. Cute little penguin. Blow that screen off. Cute little penguin. Cute little eagle. Let's go on over here. I'll check them out. And even the gnome, Mr. Gnome. Heck yeah. See Matthew. Heck yeah. Clean off all the weathering. Heck yeah. This is really nice coloring. You're right. This is that gnome. You can't really see it because the lights, but it's gray. The beard is black. The beard will be dry brushed white. And then the hat will be completely red. But anyway, he's not done yet. This guy here, he's doing okay. This is one I had. And a guy that I sold one to, a buddy of his came over and seen it. And he's like, man, I got to have one of them too. And I said, well, I got one, but it's not done. But it's not like the one I sold you. I'll send you a picture. And I sent him a picture and he's like, oh, dude, he loved it. Here, I love the eyes on this guy. He's a, oh, let me see if I can just turn it into, let's see if I can't turn this into light a little better. Let's see if that helps. I love the eyes on this little guy. He's so cute. Anyway, we carved him at the Winterfest and I just painted him today, sanded him off and painted him and gave him these cute little eyes, you know, these little balls in there, you know, it's funny looking. And give him a yellow bill too, which I don't think penguins have. Some of them got a black bill with some yellow in it, but he's just made to look like a cartoon piece, you know what I mean? Looking too cute. Hey, appreciate that, baby kisses. Heck yeah. Oh, I didn't know him, you did them. That's pretty good stuff. Oh, well, but anyway, he's cute. And this guy here, he just needs a little trim, black trim around his eye. I'll show you, if I can show you without screwing this up, because it's a tripod. See, all this time, when I live stream, this whole beat up cradle, a thing that had broken a long time ago, that's what I've always used for live stream with. And finally, the wife bought me this nice thing today, or yesterday. And it's got all kinds of different attachments, including the phone. But the phone, all these things are plastic. They'll break. They don't last very long anyway. But anyhow, you can see the eye there, you know, looking pretty good. Just needs a little black trim. And if you ever see this in wood, like what that is where bugs have went through there, ate that, and left behind the deposited material. Now, once you clear coat that, it'll suck that clear coat up, and it'll be hard as a rock forever. It ain't going to change. Just nothing's going to happen to it. But anyway, that's that one. He's sold kind of modestly priced because he was, you know, a lot of detail to him, but he wasn't bad either. But a guy's supposed to pick him up on Monday, and then this dude sold. That's sold when I get it done. And we got to carve a walleye. Like you guys have seen me make those walleyes before on a stand. And I got to make one of those. And I think I'm going to do that tomorrow. That's my plan because I got that. That's another piece we got sold we need to make. We haven't even started on yet. So it is what it is. But besides that, my deer I was working on the other day, I just stopped. I haven't filled in that crack or anything like that. There's no point in me going any further with it until I fill that crack in, that overcut down in the mouth, um, and glue it and let it set up for a couple days before I go any further. And there's a couple other places on that thing that need some glue too. But that's pretty much what we got. Other than these pieces I made the same day I made him, they just need their eyes painted, and I'm going to sell them as is. These guys paint the eyes, and same with the elk. Paint that eyes. I got this gingerbread. I got to finish this gingerbread fella up. I just got to give him the buttons, carve his little bow tie in his eyes and his mouth, and then carve some little saying. I made one of them, said "Baked with Love" last year. I didn't have any problems selling it. That's what I know. Oh well. Well, anyway, guys, that's what I got. I appreciate you guys sticking in so long. I mean, this is by far, this is the most likes I've ever had. I think that's really, really awesome, and appreciate you guys being here, especially like you guys, Baby Kisses, Matthew, Woodlot, Small Woodlot, and Heidi, Thunder Gouge, hey, Johnny, hey, what's going on, man? How much would it be to what? Let's see, be for, I don't know, just depending on how big it was. Caleb, heck yeah, Caleb, glad to see you in there, buddy. Yeah, we're getting it done, Baby Kisses. I got like 43, 44 unfinished pieces right now that, like need painted and stuff. And, not to mention, I got a shelf full of crap over here that, not crap, it's all good stuff. It's all stuff that we just haven't sold. A lot of it, some of this we just made, but the big stuff we had, or we just made recently, and it's only seen one or two outings. There's a lot of it. But so I got a decent inventory to start with for the year. Yeah, I love my Brutus. Heck yeah. Hey, 500, you're right. Hey, Woodlot, I think I could probably find something to do to maybe hopefully get 500. How about we give the bears some eyes? We'll see. I'd like to get that 500. Hey, got one more? Four more. What the heck? Oh, I got to have my tripod. Sorry. You don't know what you're doing. I don't know what I'm doing. None of us know what we're doing. We don't know. We know enough to know we don't know. Let me get it. Anyhow, yeah. Oh, somebody took their like away. What a jerk. Oh, well, you'll have that. Hey, I call them as I see them. All right, let's get her here. And, yeah, we finished one of these bears up or something. I got bear needs eyes and the muzzle cleaned up and some nose holes. It don't take very long. And I can get started. I can say I got started on the bears that way. Here we go. Let's put it in there. Just got to put my mask back on. I know, because nobody wants to see my face anyway. 5 more to 500. That'd be all right. Yeah. So if you're just joining and you haven't hit the like, look, your misery can all be over. All you got to do is hit the like button. Yeah, this guy here. So they get eyes gouged in, clean the nose and the muzzle up, give him little nose holes. Nothing fancy. You know what I mean? Yeah, I lost another like. These guys are like, no, we don't want you to quit. I guess, I don't know. If they wanted me to quit, they'd hit the like button, wouldn't they? All right, so let's get started out giving this guy some eyeballs. I can't blame him for having eyes. I like having my eyes, don't you? You like having your eyes? Let's figure out which size bird. It's going to vary from bear to bear, so I don't know. Let's see. Some of them might not take the bigger. Oh, but that looks so much cuter if I could force that in there, wouldn't it? I don't know. Nah. I guess I'll go to the next size then. It'll be easier, but I think bigger is better. I think it looks cuter. I mean, they're just supposed to be little cute little welcome bears. Nothing fancy. Might change that bird in that Dremel to something different. I don't know. We'll try it. Let's start with eyes, though. Does it look like I got it right? I don't know. We need to go a little deeper. Yeah. Not too bad. Yeah, get him on there. Fix him up. Fix him up pretty good. Clean his face up. Give him a nice shave. I like painting them black and then having the muzzle just whatever color the wood is. I think it looks good. Give him some little bumps in there for nose holes. I think I'll change this bit out to put the I think I carried it in there though. I can use the die grinder, the big die grinder. This one will work. It's pointy, but I can press it in. I mean, I can kind of do whatever I want with it. We'll do that. Give him a little wonky. His nose is a little wonky, but it's just gonna be cute, you know. I mean, nobody cares. They're still cute. Yeah, what's that? Not too bad, not too good either. He's got a little crooked nose, like he might be a little hacked off about life, you know? I don't know, maybe a little bit. Heck yeah. All right, let's set him over here and we'll grab another one. Might as well. At least do one more. Looks like we got the 500 though. That's cool. We was hoping to. That's the most likes I've ever had in a live stream, so that's really awesome. I don't care what they say about you guys. You're okay. There's another one. So it's just the same thing. We're just factory styling out these little bears. There'll be little sign bears, and but they're easy sellers. They're carvings that anybody can afford, or most people can afford, and that's what I shoot for, is to try to hit that market. Yeah, shut up over there. I can't believe I talk to my tools that way. So abusive. Just so abusive. Why I treat them like that, I don't know. I'm just such a jerk. Yeah. Let's get this plugged in. We'll give her some eyes. I've got a bunch more of these that need this same work. He's ready for paint. Yeah, just keep making them up, you know, a little bit at a time. Heck yeah. So another one over here. Let's do another one. So the boss lady's not home. She had a doctor's appointment, and yeah, I know it's crazy, but I'll tell you what, that's the way it is now. Our doctors, for whatever reason, they're working Saturdays, and they're even in there pretty late. I think that's because there just ain't enough of them to go around. It was so hard to find a primary care doctor in our area. And then when we got one, really liked her on top of that. And then she moved to another town, or well, they moved her to another town to work. And then we're driving all the way to that town because it's hard to find a primary doctor, and especially one you like. You know, if you like them, you probably better keep them. Look at you. Not too bad. Not too good either. Not too bad. Not too bad. Not too good. I mean, it's kind of an oxymoron, but I'm a moron, so it's kind of like the oxymoron and the moron activity together. You know what I mean? Okay. He's nice. He's kind of a little guy. I think he looks good. What do you guys think? Looks all right. Not too bad. Blew that off a little bit. I don't know if there's any dust on my camera, but no, it don't look like it. It looks pretty good. All right, set him over there. Heck yeah. Getting stuff done, getting it done. Here's one. I got three more signed ones. No, 4 more signed ones, and then the 2 up there to do yet. The same thing. Oh, they're all slightly different, but they're the same. They're just pretty much the same. You know, different. Hey, I forgot I had that tall cardinal back there too. But anyway, let's see. What do you think? I think he looks all right. He's not bad. He's not good, but he's not bad. All right, what bit we got in? We got the eye bit. We can't do the nose bit. We can't do the nose until we. Yeah, that won't work. I don't know why, but it won't work. All right. The nose hole. Oh, I didn't do the nose. Oh, oh no. The flat part of the nose, I didn't do it. Here, we'll fix that. He's got kind of a fat nose. I like that better. There we go. Take out like lines, you know. Let's give him some eyes. Give me some eyes. Give me some eyes. Oh, I want my eyes tonight. Oh. Yeah, he don't look too bad. Heck yeah. Could that go back further? Yeah, definitely. Let's go back a little further. There you go. Ah, yeah, ain't bad. See how he looks on there. He's not too bad, not too good. You get the point. By the time he's black, painted black, got his little sign, he'd be pretty cute, you know? Heck yeah. So come on over here. Get to the next one. I might as well. I mean, they all gotta be finished. That's the thing. They all gotta be done. I got enough to completely fill that shelf up. And I don't know. I mean, and I gotta keep making stuff. I know you get after 2 years of doing this, you're starting to get a real good idea how this stuff goes, you know, and how much pressure it puts on you to get stuff done in between these shows and stuff, and wanting to do more shows. And I'm like, man, you know what? I'm just gonna crank out, crank, keep making it. These smooth holes. All right. And give him some eyes. Give me some eyes, baby. Give me some eyes. Oh, yeah. Heck yeah. By the time we paint them, it'll be hard to paint those, though. You got to paint them white and then black in order for them to really look good. They don't look too bad now, though, I don't think. Uh-huh. Set him over here. Chill him down, chill him down. Let this goofy looking guy. Might as well. How are we looking on battery? I suppose I ought to check that out. Yeah, it's still good. Okay. I don't want it to crash on me. Okay, you want your eyes? Let's give him his eyes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I should have had the splitter. Just think how much faster this would be if I didn't have to unplug these. But I wasn't planning on doing it. And hey, it's working out fine. I'm getting a lot of stuff done. It just seems silly. Well, I've seen silly all my life, so I don't really care. There we go. Give it some move holes. Yeah, not too bad. Not too good either, but not too bad. Okay. What have we got? How long have we been on here? 148 minutes. Wow, that's a long time. Yeah. Heck yeah. All right, guys. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to bail and get something to drink and stuff. It's been a little while. Could probably use some refreshment a little bit. I don't want to put you guys through that, you know what I mean, waiting for me to do it. But we're getting our little pile here. I'm going to have to move some stuff around just to get my shelf where I can get all them bears and the cardinals that got done on it. And then I got this tall one and, yeah, 4 more, something like that. This guy here, need to get him done too. And, yeah, and then, I mean, I got other stuff in here I could be doing, but that's finished. Ready to be painted. It'll be kind of complicated paint job. But heck yeah, man, we got 520 likes. I just think that's awesome. Hey, Lions, what's going on? Check out Lions Fix It Shop. He kind of does a mass of different stuff there. Hey, James Dame, what's going on? Miko Lakia, hi, how you doing? Heck yeah, baby kisses, I appreciate that. Heck yeah, there's our eagle from today that we've made. He looks pretty good. Had to let him dry for a while before we can sand him. At least a couple weeks, I'd say. Clean him up, cut that bill down some, and then clean the toes up and all that. Heck yeah, I appreciate that, Lions. But yeah, I hear you, baby kisses. I need, like, you can do it. Let's see, what do you got here? Cold water. I did hot pool therapy 11 years. Man, I could use a hot pool right now if it makes my back hurt, you know. Hey, James, appreciate that, man. Heck yeah. All right, guys. Well, hey, I'm going to click out of here. I will be back tomorrow afternoon or evening at some point in time. I just don't know when. I'm wanting to do a big version of that, but I need to do this walleye too. So I don't know. I might do the walleye. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I mean, I kind of like to get the walleye done because it's a soul piece. But you know, yeah, I'm getting loaded for big sale. Yeah, I want to get loaded for several big sales, Matthew. All right, guys. Hey, that's what I got. I appreciate you guys being here. Y'all know the drill. Come back when you can stay later, ya schmucks.